All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. You won't need your laptop, so you can go ahead and shut them for now. Okay. Let's do QA today.
And answers?
That's Q and A. What is QA?
Quality assurance?
Quality assurance, that's the words. What do they mean?
Checking on the quality of
Assuring
the
quality, no, what do they mean? What do you do?
assure the quality.
No?
It's in the name.
Okay, get up, do it.
Assure the quality.
What are you doing?
What am I assuring the quality of?
I don't know.
Okay,
Okay, so you gotta get a little bit more specific here. What are we doing? What does quality assurance mean? What are we assuring the quality of?
Product.
What product?
Our product.
Our product, okay, and because we're going to be game designers, so we need to do QA, and for my UX students, you're doing UX on things, and those have QA just as well. So how do we assure the quality? You stood up and walked around. That's not how we do it.
Testing.
We sit mostly. Test how? What do we test? What do we do? We play the game. Yeah, so have you guys been doing QA so far? Nope, you've been doing play testing.
Oh.
Play testing is entirely different than QA. When you're play testing games, which is what you've been doing up to this point for most of you, once in a while I have a few natural QA students, but what I've seen, I have observed has been play testing, which means you try to play in the spirit of the game that you are given, and you try to give meaningful feedback to help them make their game more fun. None of that is applicable to QA. In QA, you are purposely trying to break the game. Okay, natural QA? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
purposely trying to break the game, facetiously using their rules against them. And why do we do that? Because we hire in the game industry, we hire entire teams, pay them decent to do this and have them full-time. Lots of people on a project trying to purposely break our game the worst way they can. Why do we do that?
See the limits.
Okay, those are nice things to have, but do you think multinational corporations really want to see their limits? They don't care.
No,
No, what do they want?
they want money.
Money, right. So how does QA then tie to money?
Quality of the
Because
game.
everything ties to money. Couple reasons. One, despite what you've seen, most companies do not want to have the reputation of making horrible products. Despite what you've seen, they don't. Now, if they could sell horrible products and make more profit than selling good ones, they would totally do that. So don't put that past them. The other more pressing reason we have QA is publishers. So when you're either an independent studio or a second party or a first party, you guys know the difference between first, second, third party? What's first?
It's a company that does everything in-house.
Right. So if you're a Sony studio, you're owned by Sony, you publish through Sony, you likely do not publish through other as well. So what's second party?
It'd be like the branching company, well, the
Uh,
company that you would go, how do I explain it?
Outsourcing.
Kind of.
Yeah.
A second party company is pretty rare. That's an independent studio that is tied to a first party company. So Retro is tied to Nintendo, right? Retro is not owned by Nintendo, but they publish through Nintendo, right? There are a few other studios, I'm sure you can think of some examples that they are their own independent studio, but they always publish through the same publisher. That's second party. There's not a lot of them. Third party is independent. They publish wherever they want, right? Technically, LucasArts that I worked for was a third party company, even though they were a giant company because they would publish through Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo and PC and whatever they want, because you can do that when you're a third party company. Okay, but all of them have QA because all of them have to publish through someone. Even if you self-publish, you still have to publish through yourself. So where does this get to saving money? When you publish a game on a platform, especially a console, but even Steam or some of the other online platforms, some of the mobile platforms, If your game is not of a certain quality, it will be rejected. And yes, I know they're letting a lot of crap through these days, but there are still standards that you can't have a virus in your game. You can't have blatant repeatable crashes through your game. Even if they do once in a while, that is against the rules. And so what happens is you make a game, you submit it to, let's say, Sony. They have what's called a TRC, which is a technical requirements checklist, and they check your game. Does it load? Is the copyright in the right place? Real thing, I was worked on a game that was rejected from Sony because the little circle R for registered trademark on the Sony was 2 pixels off. Rejected.
A pixel?
Yeah, 2 pixels. Yeah, rejected. Yeah, they're super serious about it. And okay, so you get rejected. So what? Games are late all the time. I know it seems like that, but there are actually incredibly intense time pressures on producing games on time. Things like if you go to GameStop or Walmart or anywhere that has a video game section left in it these days, that shelf space, it's not free. It's not like normal retail. You rent it. So if you rent that shelf space and your game gets rejected, you lose the space. If you buy TV ads, they're gone. If you buy internet ads, they're gone. So you've spent all this money because you have to get lead times, right? You can't just say, well, the game's done now. Now we'll buy some TV advertising. No, you need to have bought that a year ago. And if you're not on time, you lose it. And that can be hundreds of thousands of dollars, up to the millions of dollars. Now, do you want to be the developer that missed that copyright by 2 pixels and now you've cost your company hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yeah, so QA is serious and it's intense. So what do? Well, they try to break the game because if they can't break the game, that means Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo is less likely to be able to break the game. Because if they can break the game, they reject it and send it back. And often with an ever increasing submission cost. And sometimes big companies can get prioritization. They lose that if they get rejected. So there is an avalanche of bad consequences for having broken games. Even today, used to be really strict. Now it's a little less, but still serious. Okay, so what do we do with QA? This is from my test when I got hired to do QA. My first job in the industry was QA. Many of your first jobs in the industry will be QA. I feel that being QA first, I did it just through happenstance because that's how I was able to get in. But if I were to plan out a career for someone, I would start you in QA purposely, because when you spend all day, every day trying to break games, it changes your mind. It changes the way you think about things. And then as you design, you're breaking them in your head instantly as you go. Like, oh, can't do that. And so you head off so many problems having a background in QA that people who don't have that background have to go through. So I think it's a great thing. So if you're lucky enough to start, you may experience a question just like this. So we're going to go through this and it's going to be a bit. So think of this. This is the test question. What's your answer? What do you put in? 1 and 9 to 19. Okay, 19, good, good. 1, got it. Let's go all 1 through 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get it, but no.
2.
Nope, we already did it.
Oh.
We already did it. 1 through 9, we did it. Now what?
11.
11, okay, sure, let's go with the big numbers. We'll go 11 up to 100 or more. Now what?
100.
No, we've already gone a long ways.
Oh.
What else?
Can I throw decimals in there?
Sure. So give me one.
1.7.
1.7, good. Let's try lots of decimals. Yeah, we'll try 2, 3, 4, 5 digit decimals.
Because it doesn't specify. It just-
Yeah, well, let's try to put in a 500 digit decimal. Let's try and put in 3 divided by 3 or 10 divided by 3 in there.
Fractions.
There we go.
I
Fractions.
mean-
What else?
It doesn't say you can't, it just says it'll be.
Okay, we got some more decimals. We're gonna do all the decimals. Got it. Now, what?
Negative numbers.
Negative numbers. Okay, good. Now what?
Later.
Square numbers. Okay, so we're trying to put in a formula to do some math in here. Good. Now what?
Zero.
Okay, zero, very good.
Wow, picture, he said a picture.
A picture, how are you gonna put it in there? What are your operations you're gonna do? We're gonna assume this is on the
code,
PC.
using code to actually place the like the photo of numbers in there,
How do you do that? We're on a PC, what do you do?
ones and zeros. I just.
So you type in a bunch of binary? Okay, cool. Give me some more.
Words.
Words, okay, type some words in, very good. Letters and words. What else?
Oh, I should have said
Symbols.
that. There's string variables.
What symbols?
Like at, ampersand.
Okay, yep.
Exclamation marks.
Use the ASCII table.
The ASCII table, very good. We'll do the entire ASCII table. Take about a day. Yeah, get used to it. This is QA. Yeah,
URL.
URL codes. Okay, good. We're gonna try a bunch of URL. Well, give me more. We should be able to do this for about 2 days. 10-hour days. So we should be able to have about 20 hours that we can work on just this.
Can I technically put a game title in there as,
Okay, game title. Good. The question, and yeah, please enter a number between 1 and 9. You're just gonna retype it. Cool. How's QA moves? Cool.
say emojis?
Emojis, very good. We're gonna go through a giant table of emojis. It's gonna take a while. All right? And we might just spot check, right? We might just try, let's try random 50 emojis. Let's see how it works. If they're all good, it's probably good. If we find one that breaks, now we have to go through every single emoji. Yeah. Keep going. Lots more. We got lots more. We're barely starting. How do you put a shape in?
Like a circle inside the square or something.
Where did you find this circle? It's on your keyboard. Where is it?
Oh, you can just put like O or circle.
Oh, okay. Yep, sure. Yep. Got all the letters. We did all the letters. If you can tell me where we find a square, we absolutely should try it. I don't know where that is, but. Keep it empty. Very good. I missed that one when I took this test. All right, we got a lot more. So you're on the right track when all the numbers, if you hit shift, then you get the pound sign, you get the @ sign. So let's go ahead and hit shift with every single key on the keyboard. Cap lock, and every single key on the keyboard, and combinations of keys on the keyboard. Yep. We'll just hit up, we'll just go ahead and hit enter. We'll hit space. Okay, keep going. Give me one.
Control F4.
Control F4. Why not control everything? Yeah, every key on the keyboard.
Let it
plus-
know.
Just exit it out.
Exit out. Very good. What?
Alt
Alt
everything.
everything.
Alt everything. Very good. Control everything, shift everything, alt everything. Okay, yeah, the random.
Keys.
Yep, the random entry. What about control alt?
Pull out everything.
Control alt everything, control shift everything, control alt shift everything, shift alt everything. Shift, function everything, function control everything, function alt shift control. You see where we're going here? Yeah, this spirals out of control. And you guys have only used the keyboard. Keep going.
Oh, control it.
Face ID.
Got a controller. We got a what controller?
Oh,
All of them. Every Mad Catz controller, every made, every VR controller, every made.
controls.
Yeah, see where this is going here? We're spiraling.
Everything.
Every third party, every first party. Microphones,
What if you?
Some mice.
bunch of different mice. What are you doing with the mouse once you plug it in? Left click. Okay, right click. What else? Copy paste, scroll wheel, move sideways, left and right click, double click, plus right click, triple click, middle scroll, left click plus middle click and scroll. You see where we're going here? This is QA.
Mouse.
There we go, controller. And so no joke, back in the, we have two different tests. Back in the day when we had wired controllers, we literally had someone stand at the console, someone's
take a look.
playing and just go. We had to test it because if you pull it out and it doesn't pause, reject it. If it pauses and you plug it back in and it doesn't start the game, reject it. So you had to have those things under control. What if the controller is in port 2? What if it's a USB controller? What if it's a Bluetooth controller? Can you put up a piece of aluminum foil in between, block the signal? We do that. Keep going. We got more.
Might be bad. Put a magnet next to it.
There we go. Sure.
You must see some crazy stuff.
So one of my favorite stories from QA, I started a long time ago in the 1990s. And we were doing Nintendo 64 games with the old cartridges.
Yay.
And one cartridge had a crash bug. Just one cartridge. All the other cartridges of that game worked. And we tried it in all the different consoles, because that's another thing you could do. Swap cartridges, swap loaders, swap consoles. What if your computer doesn't have enough RAM in it? What happens then, right? So we had to try all of those things too. So we tried this and couldn't get it to work. We blew on it. We got the air duster and made sure it was clean. Couldn't get it to work. I was so confused because why is this one crash in this one place? I took it to the lead programmer and I said, this stupid cartridge is not working, but all the rest are. He's like, give it to me. He reached under his knife, got out a 12-inch Bowie knife. I'm not joking. Big, and stuck it in the cartridge and went, try it now. And it worked.
Oh,
What is the lesson of that? One, trust people who are senior to you.
that,
Two, in QA, we got to try everything and we never take anything for granted. But three, there's little metal tabs and cartridges. And if they get bent, they don't make contact, memory can't be accessed, it crashes. He just bent it back.
that was a big issue for Xbox 360s.
It was, yes. I worked on 360. Okay, so we kind of get the gist here of where we're going with QA, the mentality we have to have.
Value that needs to be tested.
Yes, there is so much that needs to be tested, that even seemingly easy things. All right, so I want to give you one more story from my QA to kind of set the mood of what it's like to be QA. One, it's not fun. There's a very big misconception. One of the worst things about QA is that you go to QA and it is hard work, high stress, low pay, long hours, tedious, brain numbing work. And then you go home and everybody's, oh, you just played video games for a living. And you get no respect for it. So it is rough all the way around, but you learn a lot. So my example from mine that I think really sums up what QA is about. I was working on a game called Gobs Games. You remember that hit? Now, it is shovelware like so many games are. You'll probably be working on shovelware at some point too. It's okay. Everybody's got to get through it. So what was this game? It was a compilation of public domain games. So if you've been to Cracker Barrel and that stupid peg jump puzzle thing, we had that in there. We had all these garbage games that were public domain. I was testing Hangman. You guys know what Hangman is? No one's too young. Okay, so we have Hangman. And so I was given a printed list of words, checked them in the dictionary, made sure everything was spelled right. And then I had to go in the game and make sure they were all spelled right. This was late stage testing, no debug tools. I just had to play the game. So as first I played it, kept getting words, crossed them off, no big deal. Got down to just a few words left. And then my process was, okay, I'm looking for a 4-letter word. Is this a 4-letter word? No, restart. Is it a 4-letter word? No, restart. Is it a 4-letter word? No, restart. Okay, it is. Does it start with L? No, restart. Is it a 4-letter word? No, restart. Is it a 4-letter word? No, restart. It is. Does it start with L? Yes. Is the next one O? No, restart.
That's a lot of restarts.
10 hours on day one. Just playing Hangman, looking for these words. And by the end of the day, I just got it. Had to put in a little extra overtime, but I got it. Went to my boss, like, did it. I'm done with this Hangman. I can move on to something else. He's like,
Next one.
cool, do figs. Oh, what's that mean?
Figurations.
Figs? No, no. Yeah, this one's not intuitive. You'll never hear it outside of the industry, but inside the industry it's pretty common. French, Italian, German, Spanish.
Oh,
Oh, God.
oh,
Yeah, I speak none of those
Yeah.
languages.
You still have to do it?
Yes.
Wait, so
How'd you know?
I was given printed words and I had to look each one up in the translation dictionary and make sure it was spelled right. And then go into the console and test. And so I had gotten my patterns down. I knew how to do this. Day 2 on Tuesday, I knocked out German. I knocked out Italian. I knocked out Spanish, almost got through French. There was just a couple words left. So I'm moving really fast. And I told my boss, didn't quite get through. I was like, oh, no worries. Tomorrow's another day. Came in Wednesday. I'm now looking for 2 words in French. I do not speak French. Same method. Is it 5 letters? No. Let's restart. Is it 5 letters? Yes. Does it begin with L? No, restart. I do that for 10 hours on day 3. Did not find the 2 words. Went to my boss and was like, kind of think these words are gone. He's like, no, the company said this is what's in them. Check. I'm like, okay. You paying me for this? It's my job.
I'm going.
Yep. Day 4. I'm now at the end of day 4, 40 hours into looking for words in Hangman. 20 hours into looking 2 words in French in Hangman. And can't find them. Day 5, another 10 hours. I am now 50 hours into this. I go to my boss at the end of the day and I said, I will come in on the weekend if I need to, because you're paying me overtime. I will come in next week and I will do this. Those words are not there. Like, yeah, I will keep doing it, but those words don't exist. And he's like, hang on. He went and shot an email to the company we were working with to do them. Came back 5 minutes later. It's like, yeah, they cut those words.
Oh.
You gotta, you know what? No. It's
That's
good.
QA.
He still got paid for it.
I got paid.
And he did the QA as he was
That's
supposed
his
to.
job.
You did your job. They gave him
Yep.
money. He finished up. They scrapped it.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's life as QA. Okay, so we're going to get a little taste of that today.
Oh,
So I want you to think of that tedious, hard work, thorough, detailed, facetious. All right, so I don't get a lot of chance to put QA humor in, but I found this online. It's like, okay, yeah, that's some kind of QA humor there.
Does he run on his hands?
And that last line, man, that's so true. We test everything except for what's going to break when the consumers get a hold of it.
San Francisco walks into a bar.
All right, this next one, I'm sure you've all seen it, but we're gonna watch it again, get you in the mood. And the audio is usually muted on this, so I want you guys to do the audio for me. You know it.
I was just talking about
The square. Can you
Where'd it
guess
go?
which spot that goes in?
Put it.
That's right. Goes in the square.
Where?
And how about this rectangle?
It goes in the.
That goes in there too. Up next,
It's,
you've got this thin rectangle. You guess where that goes?
where?
That's right. It goes in the square hole.
Is he cheating?
And up next,
It's all of its.
the cylinder.
Get a drill and cut.
I think that goes in
In the
the square hole. Now, we've also
Use it-
got
I-
this semicircle right here.
They all gonna.
Do you see a slot that would fit the semicircle? That's right. It's the square hole.
No,
Okay.
throw it at different end.
Up next, the
Yeah.
triangle. We know what hole that goes into, right? That's right, square hole. And up next, we have the arch. And you guessed it. It goes in the square hole.
So that's what you're gonna do with each other's games today. You're gonna put the arch in the square hole. If someone has listed, this piece moves forward 5 spaces and that happens to go off the board, goes off the board. That's how it works. If they say roll dice, but they don't say roll 2 dice, roll as many as you want, because it didn't say, right? That's the kind of thing we're going for.
This-
One note, bug of a bug. This is a real common issue we run into. Let's say we're working on a level design and you're doing QA for a level. And there's a wall that they forget to put a collision plane so you can walk right through it, right?
Out of bounds.
Happens, right? So you're out of bounds. That's the bug. Now, you can get out of bounds and now you can get in on the other side of the world. You write that up as a separate bug?
Yeah.
No, we just got out of bounds, right? If they fix the out of bounds bugs, they fix all the rest, right? So if you get out of bounds and you find a cliff and you can fall off of it, doesn't matter. We just do the first bug. So you're gonna do the same thing. If someone doesn't say roll 2 dice, and you say, I'm gonna roll 10. They say, okay, well, you got me. That's a bug. We'll write it up. Don't roll 10 anymore. Go back to rolling 2 and find new bugs, right? So finding one bug and then just finding a million variants of it doesn't really help anyone. We really just want to find the root bug of each problem, get that documented, and then move on. All right, so I'm going to leave this up on screen. We have a very short lecture today. So these are some ideas to help you as you get used to doing QA. You don't have to do any of these, but they certainly help. I do want to hear.
Don't get hung up on a single bug, write them down and move on.
No, the bottom one.
Start sending.
Technically.
Well,
Yes, if I'm hearing that,
That one.
and if I'm seeing people shake their head and put their hands around their head, I know we're doing it right, okay? So
How let's for lab then.
we're gonna go ahead and stop lecture here. And if you need to go print, get your games printed. If you need a new version, if you need stuff from the cabinet, I'll go ahead and unlock it. Remember, we got the tub here, get anything you need. And QA each other's game, ruthless.
Send my. Somebody roast myself then. What?